Ooh, this is exciting. I've never seen the session.
It looks quite messy. I
That's
haven't
okay.
arranged anything. Um,
So tell me about this session. It's huge.
yeah, it started as a remix idea. So it started with this a cappella. You catch me with your eyes. I see a smile. You see me smile back. I'm in a good mood, so I listen to doubt. But I didn't like the vocal overall, so I got the idea of sending it to you, and maybe you could work something out. But I thought the drop was very simple and not that unique, so I took the same chords but started the real version of it. But yeah, here's the chords, I think. Wrong sound. I got inspiration from a guy called Leno, who makes a lot of like funky songs, and I really enjoy this kind of music. So I studied his kind of melody structure and the way he does it, and I ended up with it is so badly arranged I can't even find it. So it's just the bass notes.
Nice.
Playing, of course. And then I took a lot of different sounds and chopped it up exactly like Leno is doing, and ended up with this. So without all the effects and stuff, it sounds a little bit weird, but with a little bit of processing, it pops a lot more and stands out a bit in the mix.
And by a little bit of processing, you mean 8 or 9 plugins on that track and then 8 or 9 plugins on the master track. It looks like.
I have cheated a little bit. I've used Ozone 8 to master it. So,
nice.
But here's just a lot of compression and effects that I thought sounded good. But I took that idea and put it on softer sounds to make the intro.
It sounds so nice, like kind of some Rhodes and some vibes.
Yeah, it's really soft. And then the vocal you sent me here. I don't give up on what I believe. So with the different chords and stuff, it sounds like this. I don't When I feel magic, I still remember the way we
And then with a drum fading into the verse with a lot of reverb and EQing. And here I have the automations. I believe. No, I have it on that one. So I started with the drums with a lot of reverb and then fading it out to make it dry.
Yeah, and I love that snare sound.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this track is your kind of white noisy snare sound.
Yeah. It's very 80s inspired.
Yeah.
But the drums sound like this.
Nice. That's so cool. You always put little loops, like a little, there's a little Congo or something in there.
Yeah, it's.
And you can't really tell, but if you solo it, you can tell.
It's a sample from Leno. I think this one. Yeah. From Splice.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, tell me about the pre-chorus.
I layered it with some soft sounds from the intro to make it like a red thread throughout the song.
That sounds so good.
Thank you. And then,
see, the thing about the 80s is I was there. I was alive in the 80s, but you weren't.
Yeah. I have no clue.
So you're hearing all these sounds like growing up. You're hearing them because you're studying the past and because they're popular again. But I was hearing them when I was learning what music was when I was little, like barely walking.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool genre.
Yeah.
Then I took your ad-libs and just took loads of reverb on it to make it like an ambience. And then with a little bit of drums here, just a hi-hat playing to make it like a kind of a pulse in the song. Yeah, and here in the drop with the chopped chords, I just layered it with like top piano sounds to make it pop even more. So just really processed pianos. Doesn't really sound that good when you solo them, but makes a lot of difference in the track.
Right.
And this tease to the final melody, I put like in the middle of the chorus to basically to tease it. Yeah. And to add some kind of fill,
Yeah.
more interesting. And the drums the drums are very, very simple, just a kick and a snare.
So do you play drums for real? Do you play the drum kit?
No,
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 me either.
I do not.
Yeah.
I only play the piano.
Yeah, same. I play guitar, but not very well.
I'm trying, but it's hopeless with my fingers.
No, you'll get it.
I hope so. That would be very nice.
I really didn't
But
I didn't even get good at strumming until college. I knew chords, but I couldn't make it sound good until college.
Okay.
I'm sure if I would have invested more time, it would have been a different story, but it took me a while.
Probably.
Tell me about this part.
It's basically just the same as the first verse and intro, but I add a little pause between the chorus and the verse to add a little bit of dynamic. And back to the verse again.
All right, that's cool. Wow, maybe one day I'll be a good producer like you. This is awesome.
Thank you.
What's your favorite sound out of the whole song?
Ooh, that's hard. It was a time ago when I produced it, so I have a lot more new favorite sounds, but I believe the lead sounds for me is a little bit special. It's just on preset from Logic that I played with, and the pitch bend.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Thank you. I just added like a bell sound and like a plucky sound to make it pop a little bit more in the mix, and also another plucky sound. I think. Listen to it. But I think the bell sound makes the whole melody more interesting. Yeah, that is probably my favorite sound.
Nice. Tell us about how you started in music and where you're from.
I'm from northern Sweden, and I got started by a friend of mine recommended GarageBand on iPad to me when I was around 11 years old, I think. So I started with making songs with Apple's loops that was in GarageBand, and I was very interested in making music. And before that, I listened a lot to Kygo, the Norwegian producer, who is my biggest idol. So yeah, I got into his kind of style with Tropical House, and just made songs pretty much every day for maybe 4 years, I think.
Nice. And are you the only one in your family that makes music?
My dad plays the trumpet. Yeah, we're all into music and listening to music, but some of my relatives play music. For example, my mother's brother, who is a really talented guitar player. Um, yeah,
Nice.
he makes a lot of good music.
Very cool. And what's your dream for your job? Like, do you want a career in music?
My biggest dream is to be able to live on music and earn money through it. So I don't seek any fame or something, but as long as I can put dinner on the table, I'm
Yeah.
more than satisfied.
Good. You will. That seems like a very reachable goal for you. What about anyone your age, like at school? Are they making music like this?
I don't have any connections with producers here, but I have connected to other teenagers around the world, and yeah, it's more producers than you could think of.
Yeah, there are a lot of young up and coming producers that are so good. Yeah, but you're definitely one of them, so that's super cool. So when you heard my song, did it feel surprising because you had been listening to that other demo of The Way I Am or whatever that other song was called, and mine's pretty different. Was it weird?
No, I don't think so. I just heard the first line and I wasn't at home, but I got that idea of having a lot of reverb on it. And then I just got that idea and kept building on that. And it just naturally came to me to have chords with tons of reverb and drums.
Yeah.
And the first idea was making like an 80s track for fun.
Right. That's so cool.
It's been really fun to produce it.
So you guys may not know that Leo's still in high school. He's turning 16 in September. So he's 15 years old and he's making this amazing 80s throwback pop EDM track that I got to write on. So let us know in the comments below if you agree. He has a bright future ahead of him of making lots of great music with lots of great artists. So I feel excited to be one of the first collaborators and just to watch what he does and what he puts into the world.
Thank you.